Well, the bicycle is a simple, affordable, reliable, clean, and environmentally fit, sustainable means of transportation. The bicycle is not just a means of transportation, but helps maintain a healthy lifestyle. It is also a form of sport. And as the world marks the International World Bicycle Day, the Federal Road Safety Corps is encouraging people to adopt cycling as a healthy alternative and traffic-friendly means of movement in a populated city like Lagos. Cycling could be a critical part of the mobility solution for helping cities decouple population growth from increased emissions and to improve air quality and road safety. Well, joining us now is HYGINUS OMEJE, Lagos State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Good morning and happy Bicycle Day.
I was expecting you to ride one into the studio.
Wow. If they could permitted me, I would have.
Of course, the studio is big enough. Why not? But then we've seen several days celebrated. World Environment Day, World this, World that. Why celebrate the bicycle?
Well, like you highlighted in your prologue, the bicycle is one mode of transportation that over the years we have relegated it to the background. Meanwhile, based on the present transportation challenges that we are having, particularly those of us in Lagos today, that seems to just be the panacea to some of our major contending issues when it comes to issue of traffic. Is it looking at the traffic congestion we have in Lagos today? I can tell you that if we all embrace the habit of riding on bicycle, we're going to reduce the traffic congestion by a significant percentage. And when you also look at the health benefit of it, it's equal to none. Most people pay thousands of naira today either buying homemade gyms, want to buy your treadmill and all of that means, or you want to go and pay somebody, a professional in his own gym for you to exercise and get fit to avoid cardiovascular diseases. But you see that bicycle offers you all those things on a platter of gold.
But you know, as Africans, most people will be like, when we see people buy cars, it's some sort of status thing, and then you're not talking about a bicycle.
Yes.
So how do you think Nigerians will want to adopt this? That's one. And two, how is this day supposed to be celebrated?
Well, I'm happy you have highlighted one of the major challenges that have been the setback towards embracing the culture of riding, which is this status symbol. I don't know where we got it. Everybody feels that riding on your motor vehicle is just one way of showing your affluence, quote and unquote. And that's a very wrong notion. And we need to do away with it. If you cast your mind back in the olden days, our forefathers, they lived longer than us today because these were walking, when you look at non-motorized transport mode, walking and bicycle. These are the things they were using.
So how is it to be celebrated quickly?
Well, today the World Health, the United Nations have designated the 3rd June of every year. And this resolution was actually passed last year, April, during the General Assembly, that every 3rd June we should celebrate it by way of media campaigns, and that's why I'm here, and of course also encouraging going to schools to let our children.
All right,
yes,
HYGINUS
exactly.
OMEJE, Lagos Sector Commander, FRSC, thank you for your time on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you very much.
Mike, I'm hoping to see you ride your bike.
I'm going to buy one soon. Coming up on TVC Breakfast. Days after their inauguration, state governors hit the ground running with strong policy statements and projects.
Nigeria Football Federation opens a Sabah camp ahead of African Cup of Nations. That's in sports.
All right, talking bicycles now. The bicycle is a simple, affordable, reliable, clean and environmentally fit, sustainable means of transportation.
I hope to see you right away.
Oh yeah, of course.
Very soon. Well, the bicycle is not just a means of transportation, but helps maintain a healthy lifestyle. It is also a form of sport. And as the world marks the International World Bicycle Day, the Federal Road Safety Corps is encouraging people to adopt cycling as a healthy alternative and traffic-friendly means of movement in a populated city like Lagos.
All right, cycling could become a critical part of the mobility solution for helping cities decouple population growth from increased emissions and to improve their air quality and road safety. Joining me now is HYGINUS OMEJE, Lagos State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Commission. HYGINUS, it's good to see you this morning.
Yes, good morning.
Now, this morning, the song that comes to mind is "There Are 9 Million Bicycles in Beijing." That's by Katie Melua. Now, that is popular. We don't know what the fact of that statistics are, but we know that it is a fact that there are about 7 million registered bicycle riders in Beijing. That is a model for them. If we have to come back here to Nigeria, do we have the culture for bicycle riding?
I must be honest with you, no. We have relegated cycling to the background. In all our transportation planning, we have never, most successive governments have never put bicycle at the back of their mind in planning. Everything we plan today is centered around motor vehicle.
Because we see it as God's ultimate blessing.
It's not supposed to be.
Now, but the Ministry of Transport, sometime in 2017, came up with a committee to try to see how they can make, bicycle adaptable to transportation. And if you see the city of Abuja, it's been built with some pavements meant for bicycles.
Yes. I like what the Lagos State government started. In 2017, we started, there was a series of workshops, and by 2018, they developed the first non-motorized transport policy. They have it in Lagos, and that policy is what have been driving every other thing now to see how we can bring back non-motorized transportation into Lagos State to help us solve a whole lot of problems. And when we're looking at non-motorized, we're also looking at walking, bicycle. And walking today, statistics have it about 6.5 million Lagosians walk every day. The 12 other million, they use motorized mode of transportation. Now, if you also look at what we have today in Lagos in terms of traffic congestion, you can agree with me that the time is ripe for us to really go a bicycle way. Look at the traffic congestion. If we had had infrastructure for cycling, it would have helped us in decongesting the traffic.
How challenging would that be? Because, before we even come up with the issue of that policy, we need to check what the people are comfortable with is. And besides that, if you see, for instance, like in Lagos particularly,
yes,
the road pattern, the way the road is laid out and all of that, there are no pavements for bicycle. Do we have to go back to construction of those pavements?
That's why I'm telling you that we have not planned our transportation around the people. Everything we've been planning is around the vehicle. We need to go back. I can tell you that we still have spaces that we can recover for bicycle tracks in Lagos State. We can. We have is there. Now, they have been able to get that of pedestrians. If you look at most of our roads, they are even too wide. Do you know why for every little 1, 2, 3 vehicles, the man is able to create another lane? It's just because the road is just too wide. We need to narrow some of those ways and recover some portions.
The roads are too wide in Lagos?
It's too wide. We need to recover some portions for bicycles. Then we now imbibe in people, and that's why this awareness campaign that we are carrying out now, so that people can also now learn how to bike, so that you not even have this thing for the vehicles. Ideally, it should be you walk, bike, then you make use of public transportation. But in Lagos, in every home, you have like about 3 vehicles leaving every home on a daily basis. And these things are causing a lot of environmental issues.
Okay.
The ozone layer is being depleted on a daily basis because of the carbon monoxide that we are emitting. People are dying suddenly today because
those are actually the realities.
The cardiovascular diseases are increasing. And the World Health has said that these non-communicable diseases that are now #1 killer And we need to start tackling
All right.
Yes.
I'll try to buy a bicycle. Let me
Yes.
see how I can ride that around right now.
And that would just be very nice. And also for your children. I've also noticed that in most of our estates, even for how many kilometers where you can actually walk your child to school, we still prefer dropping the child in vehicle as a status symbol. And it's not correct.
All right. Something has to change in that. Thank you very much, HYGINUS OMEJE, for coming on the program right now.
Thank you very much,
you.
Mike. Yeah.
Right.